What's up, guys? So I'm very late to this. Global got a data download, I think, about 2 or 3 days ago at this point. So what we are going to be getting next is the Ultimate Gohan celebration. So we're getting Ultimate Gohan, Table, and Gotenks. Table and Gotenks are free-to-play units. They're going to be awakening from the story event. A little bit surprised about this because on the JP version, they got a free-to-play Great Saiyaman 1 and slash Great Saiyaman 2. So I find this a little odd, but I believe that this is probably because the Golden Week units, Boo and Gotenks, are going to be a very, very poor celebration otherwise. So I think that that's where they're going to slot that in. So I do think that that's probably why they've done it like this. And the other units that are getting awakenings is West Supreme Kai. So she becomes a very good support unit for Realm of Gods. I believe she gets guard after she gets hit once, so that's very good as well. And Supreme Kai and Kibito is a very, very good card. I believe that they are very good for Super Battle Road runs. Whether or not you want to use items or not, I think that they'll be very helpful in general. I believe after they fuse, they're guaranteed a stun for 2 turns on passive, so that means that you don't need to get a super attack, so that's phenomenal. There's also going to be a part 2, so I believe in the part 2 banner is going to be the Rising Carnival, so I believe that that's going to be a bit of a setup for the next celebration, which will be Boo and Gotenks. Even if you don't want Boo, I still would suggest doing the rotations because I assume they're going to have discounts. There is also going to be tickets for the Ultimate Gohan banner. I believe that these are going to be peel-off jokes. I can't see them doing the ones where you get them for free. I believe this is going to be very similar to our first 20 unit multi, so I think that that's what's going to happen there. There's also a awesome festival ticket. I don't know how to pronounce the first word. It's like Autonium. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. I believe that part 2 is also going to be having some easy A's or easy areas. That I believe that the Broly medal has been added to the game, but it has not been translated. So I'm assuming that's going to be the first one that we get. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for Super 17, who is phenomenal after his easy A. And I believe that this is also going to start adding in the easy areas that we need for the Prime Battle Goku. I'm expecting Reddit because there is a event that we are getting around the same time that JP's already got. This drops a super attack plus 5. I believe it's a silver skill orb for 1 for Goku, 1 for Gohan, and 1 for Goten. So I think that's what's going to be happening there, but we will find out. I'm kind of expecting them to go very heavy into easy areas coming up, but we'll see how that goes. But that's pretty much all that we have confirmed for Global right now. We also did get 30 stones and a new wallpaper. This wallpaper is animated, so that's pretty cool. As a final thank you for this worldwide celebration. Okay, so now let's have a look at the super attacks.
の金色の体が苔脅しではないことをご神秘差し上げましょう。
Alright, so that is the animations for the new units coming to JP. So we're getting a perfect cell Angel Dokkan Awakening. This is the UR that Globals had since I think around the 2-year anniversary. I believe that's when it came out. It happened not long after I started, so that sounds about right. His super attack raises attack and defense and causes supreme damage to enemies, so this unit is going to be very useful for longer events. So if we get an Otherworld Warrior category run for Legendary Goku event or a Infinite Dragon Ball History event, he's going to be very helpful there. The passive is attack plus 20% and defense plus 15% per key sphere obtained. All allies key plus 2 when collecting 2 or more rainbow key spheres. So this unit, that's going to be a little bit weird. I don't know if it's as he gets them or after he attacks. I think that we're going to have to wait to find out. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but it probably has either way. And attacks effective against all types if your entire team consists of characters belonging to the Otherworld Warriors category. So that's actually going to be quite helpful with these longer events, because you will be running that exact team. His links are Big Bad Bosses, Ultimate Lifeform, Fear and Faith, Shocking Speed, Nightmare, Otherworld Warriors, and Fierce Battle. His categories are Androids, Transformation Boost, Time Travelers, Artificial Lifeforms, Kamehameha, and Otherworld Warriors. So one thing that I'm not sure about is I think that he might be better linked on an Android category because there are no other cells, and that's usually what he needs, but we will find out. And the other unit that is getting a Dokkan Awakening is Frieza, Final Form, Angel. I believe this is the summonable one that's been around for a very long time. There is a free-to-play AGL one, but I don't know if that one will get an Awakening anytime soon. So Frieza's leader skill is Tech Type, T3 HP attack and defense plus 90%. Super attack, raises attack and defense and causes supreme damage. So once again, this does sound like they're setting up an Otherworld Warriors run against these longer events. Passive, attack plus 120% and defense plus 100% when launching. Super attack, changes its key spheres to rainbow, reduces damage received by 40% if your entire team consists of characters belonging to Otherworld Warriors category. Links, Prodigies, Strongest Clan in Space, Universe's Most Malevolent, Shocking Speed, Nightmare, Otherworld Warriors, and Fierce Battle. Categories are Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, and Otherworld Warriors. So, by the looks of things, these two units will be very good together. I believe that, like, with this rotation, so they'd be very good together passive-wise. Their links are trash when comparing them. They've both got, so they got 4 out of 7. So that's not too bad, I suppose. But Frieza's biggest problem is that he is up against the leader of the category. But once again, it does look like they are doing this for a reason. I do expect the Otherworld Warriors to get either Legendary Goku events or be needed for a Infinite Dragon Ball History run. These two being raises attack and defense just seems to really highlight that to me. Looking at it, I think I do prefer, Frieza's good in the second slot. I believe that that's where he will be best. Perfect Cell will be best wherever you can get the most orbs. Because he reduces damage by 40%, but if he doesn't super attack, he has no defense, and that's probably not the best. Whereas 100% defense after supering and 40% damage reduction, probably, I think that's good enough. but he is also quite an old unit, so I don't know how that's going to affect his stats. So that is something to think about when using this Frieza if you do not pull the leader. Okay. Also shout out to Gores for these translations. He's very onto it with all of this, even though he is working an insane amount of hours. So Frieza, Final Form, Angel. His leader skill is Resurrected Warriors or Otherworld Warriors. Key for HP attack and defense plus 150%. His super attack raises defense and causes immense damage and steals super attack. So once again, raising defense. This does sound like to me they are setting up for a long event run. Passive is attack and defense plus 100%. Gain an additional attack and defense plus 50% all 5 turns after receiving an attack. And during that turn, gain a medium chance to evade enemies' attack. Attack enemies attack and defense minus 30% for 2 turns. Wow. Of that, I think that he's quite possibly the best unit in the game. Sorry, the best TUR in the game would be the best way, is what I mean when I say that. I think that this unit's better than Gohan just off of that. So you can. So when you get attacked, you gain a medium chance to evade enemies' attack, and you also reduce their attack for 2 turns. I do believe that this unit's better than Gohan. His active skill is Transformation. You can use this whenever the unit comes onto the field. So this is just like the Supreme Kai and Kibito card. Once they get into the field, they can transform. So the links are Shocking Speed, Prodigies, Universe's Most Malevolent, Nightmare, Strongest Clan in State, Fierce Battle, and Point of Power. Categories are Resurrected Warriors, Otherworld Warriors, Universe Survival Saga, Representatives of Universe 7, Transformation Boost, Wicked Bloodline, and Full Power. So, after he's transformed into Golden Frieza Angel, his super attack massively raises attack for 1 turn and causes immense damage. The passive is attack and defense plus 120%. Gain an additional attack and defense plus 80% when launching a super attack and great chance to stun the attacked enemy. Reduces damage received by 50% when HP is 49% or below. So I would say, depending on... Wow, that's actually an interesting setup. So I'd say that if you're going up against longer events, keep Frieza until you get to the final stage. After that, transform. The reason why you want to do that is sealing does nothing. You, depending on which one it is, so I believe it, like if you're facing Hit, you can't dodge. If you're facing Gogeta and Infinite Dragon Ball History, you can't dodge. UI Goku, you can't dodge. So that negates that. I don't believe you can reduce the enemy's attack or defense depending on which boss you're fighting. And your defense should be high enough so that post-transformation you should be fine. And with that, Frieza should be dominant. Another good thing is that his links doesn't actually change post-transformation, which is really good for a lot of people, because the units that have like a whole bunch of links changed really are just frustrating, to be polite. But that's all that I've found for this. Once again, I'm sorry that it's late. I've just been, not gonna lie, lazy and haven't been feeling the best, but that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much. If you've made it this far, Joe Manda out. Have a good one. Talk to you too.